Hello, I'm Lost, and we are starting the campsite halfway through, sadly. Recording got corrupted again. I did manage to fix it and solve the problem, but I don't really have enough patience with this game to go back. We did miss some really cool moments. There was one where the creature was walking towards me, but the thing is, there was also a bugged moment, which also made for a really cool moment in a really weird way. But yeah, this is the campsite. Sadly, we'll just keep going from here. Not really much was said. This is more of like a rehash. We did meet up with our dad. He turned out to be alright. And essentially, now we're trying to fix this antenna because we've got to the place where we were supposed to go. But, oh, did you not see that? Did you not see that?
Alright, now go to the tower and figure out
Oh,
what's wrong with the antenna.
okay.
You're a fighter, Alex. Just like her. You're stronger than you think.
I can't help but feel like our protagonist is careless for not being able to like step around this trap. I mean, sure, it's a bear trap and you don't want your feet or fingers or any sort of ligaments anywhere near it, but in circumstances like this, is this the best solution? I would rather sneak around a bear trap than have to deal with the Death Angel, personally. Okay, I'm not gonna play the entire game like this. Before you do that, you don't want to plug the audio jack in. Plug the audio jack in. Please plug the headphones in.
You did it. Radio's working. Listen. This is Task Force Empire to all available units. If you're receiving this message, convene at the harbor in Clinton. We're loading boats and we'll regroup at an island due east. The creatures cannot swim. I repeat, the creatures cannot swim. This is Task Force Empire to all available units. If you're receiving this message, convene at the harbor in Clinton. Did you hear that? How long has it been since they recorded that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's our best bet. I'll pack. Meet me at the station. Okay, that's everything.
But she's not a doctor, so how does she think she's going to do it without a doctor's help? And why does she think I'm going to accept her help if she's going to treat me like a child like this? Like, I get the idea. I've not made all the best decisions. But I think you're looking at it with rose-tinted glasses if you think Martin made the best decisions and you didn't lock him up. After all, it wasn't exactly my idea to go to this house, it was his, so... That looks broken to me, but I'm not gonna risk it. But yeah, so sorry if I won't accept the blame for Martin's death, and I don't know how Robert died, so I can't say whether I should or shouldn't accept the blame. But if she's blaming me for Robert's death also, then yeah, maybe she's got something. I'd have to see it to like justify that one for myself. But I can't be blamed for Martin's death, even though Martin's death was stupid. And even though my character says she loves him and didn't argue against him, that does not make me responsible. What it means is I'm easily swayed by people I love. Well, it doesn't even mean that. It means more that I'm love struck because I did everything he said. But the thing is, she obviously loves her dad and she don't listen to him.
Laura, let go of me. No. Don't be stupid.
What the hell are you? Get off me!
So if you want to talk about me getting Martin killed, let's talk about you getting my father killed, since you actually shot him. Why were you holding a gun without the safety off? You've been hunting. I know you're capable of knowing about safety. We've seen all your guns. There is no I accidentally shot him, it's no you had the safety off. I feel your pain, but you're gonna have to hold this one back till you get to a safe room. Or we're basically dead here with him. Though, really? Was that necessary? I'm really thrown by that. Was that actually necessary? Was there any need to actually shoot him? People in this story die for some of the dumbest decisions, and the thing is, it destroys the sanctity of what made the movies, personally. Regardless of the movie you watched, everyone's death held impact. From the first one where we had the guy, it was either the first or the second one where she was like, please don't scream, and the guy just yelled out and then got taken. It's like, yeah, from that to the dad sacrificing his life, to in another one where they're tampering with a janitor. Not janitor, sorry. They're tampering with a generator. And as he's like turning it off, he's coming away from it and he rips his coat, and that's where he dies. And it's like, damn, like impactful. Or somebody giving themselves up so someone can escape New York Island, and then eventually deciding to let the creatures kill her on her own terms. You know, that makes sense. That sort of vibe does wonders for people to like see the impact of death on this universe. And we don't look at those situations and go, oh yeah, death was meaningless. We look at those situations and go, oh, this guy had lost these like complete marbles and he was like, I want to end it. That's why he screamed out despite the fact she was begging him to be quiet. And in this situation, it's like, oh, okay, let's start from the very beginning and count all the times players who don't want to die have essentially caused their own death through stupidity. So we've got Martin, a character who I actually quite enjoy. The few times you've seen him, he's got this sort of lovable, charming persona. It's like, no, they've given him a really good, like, personality, and it's great. It's so great that I want to see more of this guy. He's, like, being thoughtful to his partner. He, like, did this whole thing to do a birthday gift for her with this whole, like, briefcase. It's like, no, that's cool. That's thoughtful. And then we're like, oh, okay, how is he gonna die, though? We need him to be gone. And so the game's like, oh, I know. Instead of leaving at night when it's raining, they'll leave in the morning when it's quiet. And then somehow you punch through a log, he screams, he dies. Stupid first death. We go to the hospital. People who are telling everyone else to be quiet, everybody else to be quiet, end up being the one pushing someone into a door, causing like a sound and destroying their entire safe haven in seconds. And I don't understand why the guy did it. I can understand why Laura might have pushed him, but why did the guy push him? Because if you think of it, what is that? That's over what? You pushed him over somebody else's grandchild. The child isn't connected to you. Like, why did you push him? And then you follow that woman to hunt that same child and end up getting yourself killed. And I'm like, okay, no, fine. You got yourself killed. Whatever. But you got so many people in the hospital killed for that. And then we get here, and I look at Laura, and I'm like, okay, surely you used to love this child in the past, you love her now, like, show some of it. Like, work with them. Try and show that you're not the monster, despite every single shot of you making you look unhinged. Like, prove to us you're not some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs person. Instead, she walks around with a safety off whilst talking to the dad of the person she wants on her side, and decides, oh, the best thing to do is to shoot her dad, even by accident. It's just a dumb, like, I'm sorry, we saw the amount of guns she had, so you can't tell anything about gun safety when you've got that many guns, and then you accidentally shoot someone. You know, it rings as stupidity, especially with what her job was, especially with the fact she had so many guns and she was constantly using them. I know she knows what a safety is. And if she knows what a safety is, to me, it's like, well, then why wasn't the safety on? Why did you kill the dad? Even in accident, that doesn't make sense. There are no raiders there. It's just you and him. And if there is a raider, you can point your gun, quickly flick off the safety and shoot. Which actually seems like a hindrance. But hey. There is no way, after opening one side, that I wouldn't just poke my head through. is he though? Oh. Ah yes, dust in the air. That's not good for my lungs. I'm going to have an asthma attack. What's this? Ah. Yeah. I don't have long for my immunity, so I just kind of want to get out of here. That guy who wanted to take those people down with him, I have no idea where he found so many bear traps, but good on him. They came in handy. Ah, a place where we can walk normally. Lovely. However, this side of the bridge is dead. If they had a place like this, I mean, I'm not saying this is the best place to, like, set up camp for yourself, but... Oh yeah, right, you did need to cry. Yeah, I'm sorry I went against your decision for hating Laura. Or for thinking Laura hated you. I find it hard pressed not to think she hates you now. Day 120.
I can't do this without you. I'm drowning. I don't know what choice I have.
We've probably taken a blanket from the campsite or something. Oh, there's one here. You literally just had to move over to have somewhere not comfortable, but tolerable to sleep in. And you spent the whole night here, you might as well. Oh, if we had food, I'd say spend 2 nights here. Well, thanks for Mother Nature, or thanks to Mother Nature for giving us a place to breathe. Don't really know what the monster heard, but shouldn't have really heard anything. I think we're still not close enough to yell, but close enough for a little rock kicking over not to attract them. But hey, what do I know? That is a wonderful looking... Wait, what? I could have just taken the stairs. Oh. But yeah, that's a view. Looks like there's stuff down... What is that? I don't know. Find out the hard way. I should say off the rip that this game is a lot more linear than I thought it would be. Which isn't a bad thing. I think Alien Isolation had that same sort of... Well, it wasn't so much that Alien Isolation was linear. It was more that you could sort of search the ship, but you still had to go in that general direction if you wanted to make progress, but you could definitely go around other places. Thing is, I'm hearing a lot of ambient sound and not a lot of me sound. So what is the creature hearing? I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to somewhat hear me. I don't think it should be that heavy. Not here. I can still hear the water. I'm basically above gushing water, sorry. To be honest, I would have much preferred if they just made this area mute of the creature because of how close we are to the waterfall. I can still hear it loud and clearly. Well, that definitely looks like a creature hunt. Looks like we're getting another patrolling area. I can't say that I'm too enthused about actually playing this again, sadly. This seems more like a one and done to me. It is very slow. Like, yes, I could probably move a little bit faster, and yeah, I could probably lower the difficulty. But overall, this game plays very slowly. And I do understand why. It's a quiet place. You can't run, you can't make a noise. It works. But the problem is, in moments when it gives you ambient sound, it doesn't give you the option to, like, freely move. You still have to worry about your sound. You're still making sound. Yeah, there are areas where the creature isn't patrolling, and that's nice. But then it tries to counteract it by having this sort of fake patrol where the creature can still hear you and would just jump at you at any given notice. And it's like, well, sure, fine. It will do that. But why on earth, if it will do that, would you not have the creature actually show up? It just seems too half-wit in those sections. But, you know, I can't put my finger on it. Like, Alien Isolation felt slow, but it didn't feel slow because the game was slow. It felt slow because I was terrified of the alien. Shit terrified. It would jump out of a vent, and I wouldn't know if it's actually left or not, because sometimes I would think it's left, and it's actually just down the hall waiting for me to pop out. These sections don't hold that same anxiety, and I think the big contrast is that the alien could go almost everywhere. So the few places the alien couldn't go were, yes, safe havens. Do I want to be on that train? Seem like it. Solved? What do you mean not needed? Okay, well, fine. What? But for what purpose did it come over here? This is what I mean when I say it's got Alien Isolation levels of, like, interactivity with none of the reasoning behind it. The alien was terrifying because it was supposed to be able to do this. A Death Angel isn't supposed to be able to do this. I want to be terrified by making noise. I don't want to be in situations where I'm like, oh, I made a noise. Well, this is not an area where the creature comes. So just stop. It'll be fine. And then go about your day. And I mean, the tension is still there. It's just nowhere near as strong as it would be if the Death Angel could essentially just spawn in any of these places because I'm making too much noise. If the thing preventing the Death Angels from being in the area... Need that bottle. But yeah, no, sorry. If the thing preventing the Death Angels from being in the area was you making noise, then I feel like making noise holds bigger weight. Whereas the problem is, it seems like it doesn't really matter what you do, you're going to get into these patrol zones where the Death Angel essentially runs around in circles waiting for you to slip up or make too much sound. You... He's really trying to come this way. I kind of hate how this game expects you to try doors, have them not work. And then have me find alternate methods like this. Weird that there's so much ambient noise down here, but somehow this noise can't be heard literally, what, half a foot up? It's probably like 2 feet, but yeah. Cutscene beats creature, despite the fact he was probably right behind me. Whilst we're safe, let's just do this. Yeah, I bet I get an achievement for using inhalers a ton of times. Oh, tell me then, why a creature so persistent in charting back and forth across that roof has essentially followed me the whole way through this bridge, despite never actually seeing me. Agatha Grant. I feel like that was mentioned before. Vague memory of it. Could be wrong. I feel like it was the favorite author or poem writer of the 2 girls back at the ranch place where my partner died. Doesn't seem safe. This doesn't seem safe at all. Proceeding through the train that dropped. Somehow we went unharmed. How grateful are we? interesting. Be extra careful. Something just weird happened with one of the creatures. It was like it was trying to listen for me, but not like usual. Like the creature was scanning for me. I could be wrong, but I think just being quiet won't be enough when they're like that. Where are you making these ticking sounds from? Is a creature gonna break into this? This seems like too big a space for one not to. Like, yeah, there's a hole there, but are they gonna poke their head in? Like, what's going on? Only they gave me pills. I need it. Features can focus on your sounds to pinpoint location. When you hear their vibrations, try to be as still as possible. Whilst the creature's focus, ambient sound won't be enough to cover your presence. I don't see how that's possible. I'm a little confused about this. How is the scanning even working? Is this something that's always been in a quiet place? Because, I mean, I feel like they use that ticker thing to find us, sure. I don't think that helped them find us under ambient sound. I thought that was more of them searching for, like, out-of-place sounds. Which I suppose, yeah, I could be classed as an out-of-place sound, but if I'm wading in the water, how many times, bro? I clearly need to be more persistent about moving through this section, because if I run out of inhalers, you'll be in big trouble. You don't want to look up, make sure you're safe. I don't like how we can see the other ladder. Wait, a sprint section? Am I still supposed to be sprinting?